Okay.
There, I hit the right button this time.
Perfect.
Yes!
All right. Gambit. Publisher, Marvel Comics. Creator, Chris Claremont and Jim Lee. Artist is Mike Collins. First appearances are in Uncanny X-Men Annual, July 1990, and Uncanny X-Men number 266, August 1990. His name is Remy Etienne Lebois. It's French. So Lebeau. Copy. All right. I know next to nothing about Gambit.
I mean, I watched the cartoon.
That's more than I know.
Well, I mean, the cartoon actually really dives into quite a bit about them because they, one of the things they do is they travel to New Orleans to try to get him back.
I'm talking about the X-Men
the
animated series. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, they did a couple episodes where they went to New Orleans to get Remy back.
Did they?
Because he went there for the whole family feud shit that was going on. Because
Family
the whole thing
feud?
is he's from.
I'm gonna be honest. That was 25 years ago. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, it's a long time ago. So he's part of the thief. Well, he was part of the Thieves Guild. His dad is in charge of the Thieves Guild.
Okay.
And in New Orleans, there's two guilds that pretty much control it. There's the Thieves Guild and then the Assassins Guild.
Ooh.
And the Thieves Guild, they protect basically an elixir that lets them live forever.
Okay.
And when you commit to the Thieves Guild, then you have to stay there. You can't go out and do your own thing, pretty much. You basically have to take orders from them. Remy didn't want to do that. He fell in love with a daughter from the Assassin's Guild, Belladonna. And of course, it was kind of like a whole Romeo and Juliet thing with that whole thing.
Okay.
So it's that both families feud against each other. Belladonna dies at one point, and then she comes back to life.
Because comic books.
Yeah, exactly. Because comic books. There's another one where an angel
stays dead more than 5 minutes.
What was it one of the comics an angel actually falls down and the Thieves Guild tries to protect her and the Assassin's Guild wants to claim her so that way they can get eternal life. It's a bunch of crazy stuff with that, but Remy ends up I think after Belladonna dies, he becomes part of the X-Men, and then the whole story arc they did with the cartoon was Belladonna was back to life. He went back down there for her, and then the X-Men had to go get him because I guess there was a whole trap for Remy and some crazy stuff from what I remember the cartoon. But he ends up coming back to the X-Men.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so the comics are really good though.
Does he have a current series?
I'm not sure about that. I've only read the standalone comics of just Gambit. I think it was the 1994 one and 96, I think.
So then, what's his? Do you know what his role is in X-Men? And I don't know a lot about X-Men, so I don't know if there's a difference between X-Men and Uncanny X-Men. So
yeah, those are just different universes essentially. It's the Amazing Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, he has the ability to kinetically charge whatever he touches.
Ooh, okay.
Which he mostly uses playing cards because he's a gambler. And he kinetically charges those and he can throw them and make them kind of float around a bunch of stuff and they blow up. But he also uses a bow staff as another weapon. Which is pretty cool, the throwing cards is the main thing everybody knows him as. But also there's one comic series where he was the Horseman of Death for Apocalypse.
Okay, that sounds really cool.
He probably has the most badass Horseman of Apocalypse attire I've seen. Let's see. Horseman of... Okay, why the hell did it... Because they had him in they had the outfit in what do you call it, the Marvel MMO game.
yeah the more PG or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna post up the actual. There's the image of the Horseman of Death in the Discord.
So then, do you know what his
hardcore BDSM fucking sex dungeon shit?
He looks badass.
He looks fucking terrifying. That's supposed to be Gambit? Why does he have such long hair?
He kind of always has had long hair. Like, for most of the comics, he's had longer hair. It's just like the cartoon and stuff, they give him like kind of like a mid-length hair, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So then my question is like about the movie that's supposed to be coming out. It's not a solo Gambit movie, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like, it's supposed to be an origins thing for him.
Got it. So then, do you know his origin story, by any chance?
Well, I mean, if they're including Rogue, they'll probably touch base with the whole Belladonna and the Thieves Guild and Assassins Guild aspect, where they're like kind of warring with each other and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, because there's no like solid thing of like what they're said that it's gonna be. I would assume it'd be kind of an origin story because they've only shown him in Wolverine and.
He has been in a movie before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was in the Origins Wolverine.
Okay.
And it was a god awful thing of him.
I mean, he flew a plane. Come on, Ben. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah, he flew a plane. He used his cards on Wolverine, and then he used his bow staff to shoot out kinetic energy on the street to knock everyone away.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, the dude kept going in and out of like the New Orleans accent.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
it was like the actor was like going in and out of it. And I'm like, this is why you don't hire somebody from the OC to play Gambit.
Oh no. What is his actual origin story?
Well, like he's like his father's like in charge of the Thieves Guild down in New Orleans.
Yeah, I got that, but how did he get his powers? Do you know that part?
Just mutant ability.
Oh, okay. He's one of them.
Yeah. He's a mutant. I mean,
I was curious. I was curious if he got it like Deadpool or some shit like that.
No. It's just
okay.
As far as I know, like it's just been like a natural birth thing.
Gotcha. He's like an authentic mutant.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, as much as you hate the idea of Channing Tatum playing Gambit, I like Channing Tatum no matter what he does, so I will probably go see it just to see Channing Tatum.
Well, my whole thing was like I watched a movie called Bunraku.
Okay.
Which is like Josh Hartnett, Ron Perlman, Woody Harrelson's in it, a couple other like famous actors and actresses are in there. And when they show Josh Hartnett, like he's like a gambler who uses a staff, and like the way he was built in it and stuff, it's like, holy shit, he's like playing pretty much Gambit without the powers and without the whole New Orleans draw in his voice. I'm like, he's a good actor, so he can definitely he should be Gambit. And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, Channing Tatum's gonna be Gambit. I'm like,
oh no.
Can
he pull off the accent?
Who, Channing?
Yeah.
I would hope so, since he's from New Orleans.
Oh, he is? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's from, like, Louisiana. Like, I'm hoping he can pull it off.
I mean, if he's from there, he probably just has, like, gotten used to not using it, but he probably still can.
And he's not a bad actor. Like,
no, he's a great actor.
Like, if they were to say, like, John Cena was playing Gambit, I'd be like,
he's too big. He's so big, though.
He's too big, and there's no way in hell he could pull off that voice.
That's
true.
No,
that's the thing. He wouldn't even try.
Exactly. He's just like, I'm getting money.
It would literally just be John Cena in a Gambit costume, and that would be it.
Oh, yeah. And then it'd be like, Fox, you're not even trying at this point to be bad.
So then,
like
is he gonna be in like another X-Men movie? Do you think? Because how long is Channing Tatum's contract to play Gambit?
Well, come January, the Fox acquisition's gonna go through.
Right.
And basically, what's gonna be with that is like what happened with Sony, where all the movies that are already planned to be made are gonna be done. So like, Dark Phoenix is the last X-Men movie coming out.
Okay.
Then you got Gambit, which is supposed to be in 2020. And I think there's like one or two more, like Deadpool 3, I think, is still up there.
So excited.
Well, it doesn't
Which Disney said they'd be fine.
Gambit's gone through like how many fucking directors?
Yeah, they've had like 3 different directors on it.
Already? When is that movie supposed to come out?
2020. And
well, it's got a long ways away.
It was
They're
originally
supposed
supposed to start filming in 2014.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
never
one
mind
of those
then.
don't hold your breath, it ever happens kind of things.
Yeah.
Well, Channing Tatum's like he's a producer for it, and
Sounds like a
he's been
Deadpool
on-
type thing.
Yeah, like Channing Tatum wants it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So like if he's that diehard about it, I'm still leery on him being able to pull it off.
Yeah. But it sounds like
But
he's the only thing
because-
that's going to get this movie actually going.
Yeah, like he sounds like he's really wanting it to happen, and he really wants to do the role, and he wants to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like Ryan Reynolds with Deadpool.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like if he has that much heart to put into it, usually like any actor who's diehard about a character they're going to be playing, it always ends up extremely well.
You know, it'd be really funny if just like again, I don't know anything about Gambit, but just imagine a credit scene that Deadpool just like walks in and he's like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong movie," and then he just walks right back out of the scene.
I mean, I could see that happening.
That would be hilarious, and it would kind of work because they're X-Men universe-esque, which is like its own bubble of God knows what timeline. But I thought that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Here's
I
your
mean,
cameo.
I mean, there's always the one thing, like, if somebody said, like, with Deadpool, like, coming into the Avengers after credits scene, like, trying to sign up for them or something like that. I'm like, all right, that'd be funny.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I still want a fucking scene with Deadpool and Spider-Man because that's one of my favorite, like, buddy.
Spider-Pool?
Yes. Oh,
like, one of the best crossover events ever?
no, I mean, I just like their interactions in comic books. Like, they have some of the funniest interactions. And it'd be even funnier because I don't know how they do it because it's a little bit different because Tom Holland's Spider-Man is super geeky and like fanboy. So wouldn't it be funny if it was like the actual opposite way where Spider-Man's super into Deadpool and Deadpool's like, yeah, I want none of it? Wouldn't that be kind of funny instead of the comic books?
It'd be interesting.
Anyways, I don't have anything else on Gambit. Do you guys have anything?
Yeah,
It's not a lot to talk about for him.
yeah, I know. Like, he's just like one of those characters that's like, unless you really delve into like this and stuff, you really don't get much on him. Mm-hmm. Especially since like they really haven't shown much of him in like the X-Men movies. Like,
Right.
that's one reason I hated the X-Men movies to begin with, because they showed Rogue having this love interest with other people, and I'm like,
But it's not accurate.
no, there's Gambit. Where's Gambit at? And then like, oh god, that pissed me off so bad. Oh, I'm into Iceman. No, you're not. Iceman's supposed to be gay.
Just always just ruining everything.
I'm like, you're supposed to be going after Gambit's dick, not Iceman.
Does
That
is
escalated.
I just completely just like glanced right past that because that's just bad for you. But
Yeah.
is in the comic book is Rogue only into Gambit?
No, I actually think she's had a couple other romances.
Okay,
I'm not sure like who she's all been into. Like I think like at one point Wolverine was one.
sure. She sounds like a Black Widow, honestly. Like she just had a couple different love interests. You want to know? You want to know why I think that is? Why like it's probably because there's so few female superheroes, and they want like a good number of the male superheroes to have a love interest. They just have to like triple, quadruple up the female ones, which doesn't make them look very good. But
well, with her, it kind of fits a little bit more because, like, she's had this super fucked up, traumatizing thing that happened to her
Right.
with like her boyfriend, where like she killed her boyfriend,
right, I remember that.
and it's like, oh god, like, how can I do like yeah, it's like she has that super traumatizing thing compared to other characters where it's just like, well, they didn't really have anything traumatizing happen to them; they're just kind of fucked up.
Sure.
Like Black Widow, I mean, assassin.
Yeah, but I mean, she also had a fucked up childhood, just in a very different way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unless y'all have anything else to add about Gambit, I'm gonna go ahead and do my my rating.
Go ahead.
Knowledge from a 1 to 10 is just a straight up, or did we do 0 to 10? 0 to 10 is a straight up 0 because I don't know shit about Gambit. And then badass, I just don't even think it's fair for me to rank him. But because I gave him a 0, or I gave knowledge a 0, I'll go ahead and give him like a 2.5, just because he is in the X-Men. It's gonna be Channing Tatum, so I have to give him some points there, and he looks cool in the pictures. So there's my biased ranking on how badass he is. Ben.
My knowledge, I'd say like probably like 7.5.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Badass, I'd say easily 9.5.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to check
Just because
that out then.
he's my favorite character. So
okay. Nick.
0 on knowledge because the cartoon was 25 freaking years ago. Then I'll give him a 6 on cool just because he uses the bow stuff.
All right.